So the best way I think I can well answer this question in terms of my trailer is by essentially just showing you how it is, well, how it is finished, and showing you the first time I finalized it, and then probably a compare and contrast, but what was said and how I changed it. I mean, I've already mentioned that I stopped editing at a certain point, and that I took the focus to my products, and that's where Beth and Christian took over and did the rest of sound. So this is the finished trailer, which you've probably seen a couple of times already.
Imagine having your life at risk without even knowing. Imagine having to solve a crime which was not yet being committed. Imagine a world without your boss. The rest over. You set stone. Your best friends, your cousins, your sister, your grandmother, your children, your mother, your wife. Imagine a world without you. Well, you don't have to. It's time to play a game.
Yeah, so this was the earliest version that we actually had. So far I was the only one to edit this at this point. And I might as well watch it. So the only part in that which received extreme positive feedback was the really long clip of him looking at all the aces on the wall. The rest of it, overall, I don't believe it told much of a narrative. And we asked a couple of people, they didn't get the narrative. I mean, from when we first came up with the trailer idea, we decided that we would have a voiceover, and that would explain the majority of the narrative. So that was mainly our idea, and that was enforced by the some of the feedback that we actually got of we can't tell this. And yeah, I will say though, I don't have many of the actual differences that I added to the trailer as I went along. So 10. Might have taken about 10 minutes each lesson that I was actually working on it to finalize it, to actually put it on Blogger or anything. And I just worked through that instead. So obviously, I can show you this, the first one that was made. I do have one or two, although I'm not quite sure where they are on my blog. So yeah, the first thing that we did was put the production company and the distribution company at the start. This is the particular video which it's on Christian's YouTube, and this is the one that got the actual comments. Not sure who the commenter was. Obviously, Google's worldwide. Now let's watch this.
Imagine having your life at risk without even knowing. Imagine having to solve crime which has not yet been committed. Imagine a world without your boss. Your ex-lover. Your secretary. Your best friends, your cousins, your sister, your grandmother, your children, your mother, your wife. Imagine a world without you. Well, you don't have to. It's time to play a game.
Ace is high.
So this was the feedback that we got on the actual video, and all it really says is that we've got good logos, and that, well, we've got good use of transitions, as it clearly states there. I will say this is my favourite part. This is my favourite comment anybody's made on it, mainly because I did a lot of the work quoted. Beth came up with this idea, and it was essentially just to make the moonlight pictures similar to the one that I made, the light bulb clicking. This originally
Imagine a world without your boss.
with the stone here, and originally you could actually see him killing those people. He beat one of them with a rock and strangled the other one, and that was cut out. Or that was under a recommendation from a couple of people. Yeah, this scene, originally there was swearing in this scene originally. We were also advised to take that out by some audience feedback. The scene was originally a lot longer, but we cut it down. We cut it down to, well, just leave the interesting part in, because it was a very long conversation and the mic didn't pick up a lot of it, so you couldn't hear anything, or you could hear the slightest words. Either way, it was cut down to just the fighting at the end of the scene.
Your best friends, your cousins, your sister, your grandmother, your children, your mother, your wife. Imagine.
first these clips were really slow. And I really quickly sped them up. Mainly because it was meant to be a montage, but it wasn't fast enough. Obviously, it was designed after the montage that they have in 7, or the 7 trailer, where the 7 deadly sins flash up really quickly. And we wanted to create that same effect. So, obviously we sped them up. There were several people who commented that they preferred it being much faster as it created a lot more tension.
In a world without you. Well, you don't have to. It's time to play a game.
This part was commented on the fact that people couldn't, well, they didn't understand that the text which was sent in the beginning was the text which is being received now. So the narrative makes a full circle with this. And the way that I tried to rectify this was by sort of speeding up the clip to, well, sped the clip up in a way that it would just jump and actually show you the text, rather than have a really slow sort of scene where it just pull the phone up. You still won't be able to see it. People quite like this, as it really fitted the genre, and they liked how the way that it was quite simple with the same 3 colours.